so my mom was like, hey, why don't you get into real estate?
So that's where
That's how I got into real estate.
You're just picking my mind at each and every topic. I'm like, okay, I was going to just, so how did your real estate journey started?
Yeah,
So the financial crisis?
Yeah, so I actually got in right before the financial crisis.
Okay.
So I left working in the prison system, literally left from going from there to working at the movie theaters, because I was like, anything's got to be better than that, right?
Yeah.
And so my mom had suggested, why don't you get into real estate? So got into real estate and then started learning more about, I'll put it this way, Johnny Isaacson, former Congressman Johnny Isaacson said, you know, the way America runs is everything is a vertical through real estate.
Absolutely.
And so I didn't recognize until really living through the financial crisis and seeing, and I started in a community I knew nothing about, which was Douglas County, other than the fact when I would drive back and forth to Mississippi, I was always being pulled over in Douglas County, Douglas and Carroll County. So I said, if I'm gonna make an impact on something,
this is the county I'm going to work
I'm going to go do it. So I can learn everything I need to know about it in order to help make changes that where it's necessary.
Right.
So being involved there now more than 20 years, helped from the political aspect and changing things, to making more equitable opportunities in Douglas County, serving on many different boards.
And I know you're a big advocate of fair housing.
Fair housing is essential for any community to thrive.
Yes.
Most people think it's just an aspiration, but it's an actual law. And we need to make sure that people understand what that law is in order to make more equitable societies. And again, we live in a very entitled,
what
world.
Is that law? Maybe somebody listening to our podcast would know that.
So it's not a sexy topic. Let's be truthful.
Yes.
Nobody wants to hear about discrimination of gender or race or national origin, or the fact that, it wasn't until the 1970s that women had an opportunity finding places to live. And okay, well, now in the 80s, I'm not going to be discriminated against because I have kids. Okay, and now we're into gender identity and sexual orientation, and once you start restricting one person's access or allowing that type of behavior to happen, you're setting a standard that it's okay to infringe on someone else's.